Welcome back to Next Bike World, your ultimate pit stop for everything on two wheels. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane with a modern twist as we dive into the 2026 Suzuki VanVan, a name that's been synonymous with fun, freedom, and that unmistakable retro charm. The VanVan isn't just another motorcycle, it's a lifestyle machine. It's for riders who love the simplicity of the open road, beach cruising, or city commuting with style and comfort. So, let's break down everything that makes the new 2026 Suzuki VanVan a standout in its class, from its design and engine performance to its pricing, features, and why it's a perfect pick for those who want to blend nostalgia with modern-day reliability. At first glance, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan keeps the iconic look that's made it such a cult classic, that timeless combination of a fat rear tire, rounded fuel tank, and simple but rugged frame. Suzuki didn't reinvent the wheel here. Instead, they refined it. The bike carries that old-school scrambler vibe that's instantly recognizable, but now with subtle modern upgrades. The round LED headlamp, updated instrument cluster with a digital-analog combo, and improved materials give it a more premium and practical edge. The tank now features a sleeker curve and comes in a set of vibrant retro-inspired color schemes. Think metallic orange, matte blue, and classic silver with bold Suzuki decals that pop. One of the most charming aspects of the VanVan has always been its compact proportions and approachable nature. Suzuki has wisely preserved that formula. The 2026 model continues to have a low seat height of around 770 mm, making it incredibly accessible to new riders or those who prefer an easygoing machine that doesn't intimidate. The long, flat seat has been redesigned with improved foam density, ensuring comfort for longer rides. Whether you're cruising along a coastal road, riding through city streets, or even taking a quick trail adventure, the VanVan's ergonomic design ensures a relaxed, upright riding posture that suits riders of all sizes. Now, let's talk about what's under the tank. The 2026 Suzuki VanVan comes with a 200cc air-cooled, single-cylinder engine that's been fine-tuned for better efficiency and smoother power delivery. It produces around 18 horsepower and 16 Nm of torque. Not mind-blowing numbers, but exactly what you need for fun, nimble performance. Suzuki has upgraded the fuel injection system and added a new lightweight exhaust setup that not only enhances throttle response but also gives off a deeper, more pleasing note. The 5-speed gearbox has been refined for smoother shifting, and the clutch feel is light, perfect for urban stop-and-go riding. Performance-wise, the VanVan has never been about top speed or raw power. It's about that smooth, easygoing torque that lets you enjoy the journey rather than race through it. The new version improves low and grunt, making it ideal for dirt paths, sandy tracks, or rough countryside terrain. Thanks to the large 180-section rear tire, it offers excellent grip and stability on loose surfaces, while the front tire stall profile helps soak up bumps with ease. It's that go-anywhere, do-anything nature that gives the VanVan its unique charm. Whether you're riding along a beach, weaving through tight city lanes, or just exploring back roads, the VanVan handles it all with effortless cool. Suspension duties are handled by a telescopic fork at the front and twin shock absorbers at the rear. Suzuki has tweaked the suspension damping to offer a slightly plusher ride, which translates to better comfort over uneven terrain. The lightweight steel frame ensures the bike remains easy to maneuver while maintaining durability. Braking is handled by a front disc and rear drum setup, both assisted by ABS, a welcome addition for 2026. The brakes provide predictable stopping power, adding confidence without being overly aggressive. Another big win for the 2026 model is its improved electronics and fuel efficiency. The new fuel injection mapping delivers more consistent performance and slightly better mileage, around 35 to 40 km per liter depending on riding conditions. With a 7-liter fuel tank, that means you can easily get over 250 kilometers of range on a full tank. Suzuki has also added a new LCD digital readout to the retro-styled instrument cluster, displaying a gear indicator, trip meter, and fuel gauge, which were absent in older models. As far as weight goes, The 2026 VanVan tips the scales at around 135 kilograms. That lightweight construction, combined with its torquey single-cylinder motor, makes it a dream to handle in tight spaces. It's also one of those bikes that riders can flat-foot easily at traffic stops, giving it that friendly, approachable nature that makes it great for both beginners and experienced riders looking for something simple and fun. Design-wise, the retro aesthetic has been elevated with a few modern touches. The round LED lighting setup at both ends not only looks good but enhances visibility at night. The switchgear has a more tactile, premium feel, and Suzuki has refined the overall fit and finish, something that's noticeably improved from the older VanVan 200. Even the side mirrors now have a slightly sleeker design while retaining that vintage round look. Everything about this bike screams laid-back style, from the chunky tires to the long, low silhouette and simple controls. Now, let's get into the part everyone's curious about: the price. The 2026 Suzuki VanVan 200 is expected to be priced around $4,799 in most markets, making it one of the most affordable retro-style motorcycles available. At that price, it competes directly with bikes like the Yamaha TW200 and Honda Trail 125, but it stands out with its unique blend of classic looks, comfort, and everyday usability. In terms of customization, Suzuki understands that VanVan owners love to personalize their rides. That's why the 2026 model comes with optional accessories like a luggage rack, headlight grille, side-mounted tool carrier, and even a small windscreen for long-distance cruising. There's also an option for dual-purpose tires if you plan to do more off-road exploration. So who is the 2026 Suzuki VanVan really for? It's for the rider who values simplicity over speed, comfort over aggression, and style over flashiness. It's for the person who wants a motorcycle that can do a bit of everything, from commuting and weekend rides to beach hopping and trail exploring. It's a statement bike, one that doesn't try too hard but still turns heads wherever it goes. To sum it up, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan is a charming blend of old-school design and modern reliability. It's light, easy to ride, incredibly fun, and refreshingly honest in a world full of tech-heavy motorcycles. Suzuki has managed to keep everything that made the VanVan special: that free-spirited vibe, that distinctive fat tires, and the comfortable ride, while giving it just enough modern updates to make it relevant in today's market. So, if you're looking for a motorcycle that combines a retro aesthetic, practical performance, and an unmistakable sense of fun, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan should be on your radar. It's a bike that reminds us why we fell in love with motorcycling in the first place: the feeling of freedom, the wind in your face, and the joy of riding just for the sake of it. Thanks for watching Next Bike World. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Suzuki VanVan, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more in-depth motorcycle reviews and news from around the world. Until next time, ride safe and keep exploring.